Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Hope you're all having a good day. Just making sure we've got music playing. Yeah, there we go. Hello, everyone. Hello, Big Shark. Hello, Gary. Hello, Gas Station Boner Pills. Wait, what was that from? Gas Station Boner Pills. That's from a Talk About Tapes, Hack the Movies video, right? Were you watching that the other day? And they mentioned that? Alright, anyway. So tonight is going to be a special night. We're going to be designing and beginning the animations, hopefully, of the Megalosaurus. But first, as you can see, I'm finishing a frame that I was doing just before we started the stream. I was redoing Fingerbob's head, although it looks a little bit big there. And I was tilting it up. So we're just going to finish this frame and then we'll get onto the special frame coming up. So I want to redo his mouth. Just redo Hank's expression a little bit. Actually, he's going to be at the distance anyway, so, or blurred. So, Legendary says, "Whoa, you changed to Thursdays now, Jack?" No, only this one time. It's because of a family-related thing happening. So I can't do tomorrow evening, but I can do tonight, so I switched it. It's just a one-off. Hello, Ian. So I want to get him looking somewhat nervous. How did I do Hank's face before? You just tweak him, make him a bit more buff. Okay, that's good. Might actually make him a bit smaller though. Oh no, you know what, that actually looked alright. Let's blur the background. Somewhat. And then just one other thing I want to do. Actually, I want to open up my character sheet. Kablamo. And I want to actually add this version of Kate into that. Bung it here. I know the lighting's off, but I just want to save her. There. Save. Perfect. Alright, so now if I blur Hank just a little bit. Hey, that's looking pretty good. I will just darken Kate a little bit more there. Up the saturation. There you go, look at that. Ain't that good? Right, so we'll save that. Oh no, wait, not just yet. Not just yet. Flatten these guys, these layers here. And then what we're going to do is make a new layer. Because the sun is rising, what I want to do is have the sun reflecting off her glasses. So if I go outer glow, almost done with this frame, guys, and then we're moving on to the really exciting stuff. There we go, look at that. Check that out. There you go, that done. Oh, actually, shall I add a bit of a... Shall I see what it looks like in her eyes? Bing, bing. There you go. Just a little touch. What about his eyes? What about his head so bald? It's like completely... There you go, look how bald Hank is. It's like... Whoosh, off his head. Alright. Enough tomfoolery. Yep, that's all good. Right, save this. You have to bear with I might sniff and have a bit of a cough because it's not the vid, but I've got a bit of a cold. I know it's not the vid because I've tested for it. I'm a negative man, a negative Nelly. 108 is the frame. There we go. Save that. Look at that. Done. A massive chrome dome, says Big Shark. Alright, so what are we here for today? Well, we're going to be animating the Megalosaurus into this frame here, which you guys might remember from a previous live stream. And we've got these two layers, and you can see on this top layer the tree is connected to the bars because these bad boys are going to walk out of here like this. Now I'll give you guys a bit of context for what we're going to be doing because there are two Megalosauruses that we're working on. So one of them, this is my, let me just charge my stylus while I'm talking. So some of you might know in this series what I like to do for the dinosaurs is two things. Where are we looking? Okay, so we've got this frame and this frame as examples, okay? So this frame here from episode 3 shows the Megaraptor coming down to have a drink. Now, this is like a highly detailed image, like you can see every scale and everything, and then you'll have frames like this where the Megaraptor gets up and it's like animated. Now what I do with these two styles, the idea is that, like, you know, watching old movies, this is the animatronic, so it moves more robotically and it's more detailed. So the idea is, yeah, this is the animatronic and this is the CGI version. Obviously it's not, they're both drawn, but that's the idea of like the style of them. Now what we're going to be doing in this frame this evening is one of the Megalosauruses will be like this and one of the Megalosauruses will be like the fully animated version. So obviously those of you who have been following Dino-Defenders for a long time will know that absolutely ages ago, let me work out how long ago, I did a video. I actually have to sort this by oldest. Back in, let me get the date. Where is it? Okay, 3 years ago it says here, on September 27, 2017, I did a live stream of which there's only 8 minutes that have been archived. Oh wait, what am I looking at? On the channel where I designed the Megalosaurus, and I put on Instagram which designs do people like. Now this is not actually what the final Megalosaurus is going to look like, because in hindsight the body's too small, the legs too long, the head's too big, they look really weird, and the size is, no, they're much, this is like the Megaraptor size, but they're bigger in my show now. But the colorations are pretty much what I'm going to be going for. Definitely this grey and red one The green and purple I might work on differently, but there's some designs that have changed. It's not too much, but the head is pretty much similar. But we're going to be redoing them. So this is an old image that we're going to be doing, redoing over. But yeah, so this design here I came up with based on this rough sketch I did years ago for the Megalosaurus, which is also on my Instagram. And I actually really like this design. It was inspired by two things. I should have got this set up before I live streamed. It is inspired by... Okay. This Plesiosaurus from The Land That Time Forgot. So you got the eye quite short here, and the big teeth and the way the jaw goes back. In terms of like the eye and stuff, like it's you can kind of see the similarities there. And if I can get a good image of this, I don't know if I can. Oh yeah, this is kind of it. And this Jurassic Park 3 T-Rex toy, because it's something about the jaw going really far back from the eye that I really liked. And so yeah, you can see the jaw goes far back, the eye is quite close. So I took this design, and that is what we're going to be redesigning. So I've basically redesigned it so it doesn't look as cute as this. I want it to look mean. And I'm even debating on whether the eyes should just be one colour rather than you actually see a pupil. So that's the idea anyway of what we're going for. So let me close. I'll keep this one open. So we're going to be designing the Megalosaurus, the one to come out from the bushes. Now this is a huge image. Let me close this because I don't need that anymore. I'm going to be bringing this down because this one's going to walk out and basically be like there, and then the second one will walk out behind it. So if I get the size right, and then okay, so this will be the color. Oh, actually no, it'll be the white layer, which I like to do, and I'll check chat in a second. Like this, and then layer. So we'll call this one color, the color of the layer, and basically I'm just going to steal this. It's kind of like a bluish purple. What we're actually going to do is create a color palette wheel for this. So layer, we'll call it Megalosaurus colors, and put that right on the top layer. So we do that for skin. We do the red. For the stripes, got a green eye. You know, I might give him a blue eye like I did these ones. There you go. That'll be the eye. And then I've actually got, let me open up the Megaraptor stuff, because the mouth and the gums are basically going to be the same color as the Megaraptor. Aside from I was thinking maybe giving them a black tongue. But if I go to Megaraptor, and then where did I put it? Here it is. Here you go. So this is like almost like the color palette of the Megaraptor. So there's your teeth, your gums, your claw marks, and your nose, and then the version at night. So if we copy that and put that here, I can mix those two layers together. And then the lines, like the outside of it, what I'll do, like I do the lines here for the Megaraptor, that's like the darker lines around it. We'll get onto that later, but yeah, so now we can actually start to colour this bad boy in. Oh, I might just grab the lighter grey actually, for that, and then just bung a lighter grey blob here. Okay, so now we've got our colour. We'll do the lighter grey first, and actually, again, I need to edit this. I need to bend the jaw up. What are you guys saying then? Hello, Mike Farm. He says, good evening, Jack. Finally something worth listening to while I work in a late studio with a Smilodon armature of a client. Nice. Big Shark says, I believe you showed us the new head design a while back. Yes, I did. Love the sketch. Reminds me of the Telltale Jurassic Park game. Gas Station Bonapill says, oh, I vote for a monochrome eye. Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. I think that'll make it look distinct compared to all the other dinosaurs. Wait, that's the inside of the paddock? I thought it was going inside. You'll have to wait and see. Your Megaraptor looks like a really big Coelophysis. Damn straight it does. Right, let's get colouring. Oh no, wait, let's get moving, because the mouth is not meant to be open. So, this one's going to walk out with its mouth shut. So, just basically going to try and work out how this is going to look. It's also somewhat inspired by the old, again, the land that time forgot. Let me find out. The land that time forgot. Allosaurus. Yeah, these bad boys. There you go. These bad boys. Ooh. These. Just it's just something about these type of dinosaurs and stuff that I really love. So I really want to like kind of capture that look. And I want these guys to be mean looking, like they're not too smart, but they're like the Megaraptor. I tried to capture it's got like intelligence behind its eyes and it's thinking. Whereas these guys, I want them to be like just like a great white shark on land. So we want the, actually, you know what? God's sake, go away, Allosaurus. Oh no, what's happening? I opened up something by accident. What am I doing? I think that's meant to be like that, and then there we go. That's better. Hello Yaroslav, how are we doing? So these creatures are going to basically be the equivalent of the T-Rex for my series. That's what I want to go for. There we go, look at this. And then bring this neck up like so. Hey, that looks pretty good. Although, actually, I need to jut the jaw out a little bit more. That's better. Nice bit of underbite. Right. We'll do the tongue in there as well. Okay, this is very rough, but you'll get the idea. Right, so I might even bring that neck hump down a little bit. It looks a bit strange. You gotta remember, like, when I'm designing these things, I've also got to think about the fact that when I fully animate them, I've got to think of all like their proportions and stuff, and it's much harder to so if you make them overly complicated and stuff, it can be really damaging to the process of animating them in full. So, hello Derek. Mike Farm says, Jack, did you know that Ray Harryhausen was asked to make stop motion dinosaurs for the land that time forgot? He turned it down due to the budget. Damn. Hello Niff and Art. Right, so now let's do the colouring. Now we've got the basic look down. Look at this thing. Look at this. This, you would not want to meet this thing. Ever. Right. So what we're going to do is basically colour it in. Thank you for the $2 tip, Big Shark. That's most kind of you. Now, if you notice, actually, on the old designs of these guys, I was doing a sort of sharp tooth nose. I was going to have the nostrils sort of above the skin, like a proper, like the, yeah, they're like bump up. As like a nod to like sharp tooth in the land that time forgot. But I'm kind of opted out of that because it's not as cool looking. So. Now keep in mind there are two Megalosauruses I'm doing tonight. Two. And if you've noticed the... oh no, I've changed the name layer. But this is the female we're working on. And there is a male. So... will it have an overbite? Yeah, the underbite and the overbite. The Acro 34, yes, that is the Megalosaurus. Oh, did I say the sharp tooth from the land before? Oh no, sharp tooth is from the land before time, not the land that time forgot. Right. Get this like this. Sweet. Now let's grab the eye. Now these are probably going to be the ones that are inspired most by Chaos Effect, the Jurassic Park toy line. Oh, you know what? Is that a different colour blue? Ooh, that would be nice for inside there. Look at that. Done. Actually, if I just add another blue there, blob, so I'll know. That can be for all the inside bits like that. Look at that. Perfect. And like a great white shark, I want them to be quite gummy. We'll get the colours down like this. Acra says, I love the creative liberties you took and its design. Thank you. Oh, you wait. Creative liberties. You know, this isn't... I'm not going for natural look. I'm making up movie monsters. It's like... anything but realistic. Actually, I need to colour in the teeth underneath a different colour. It's dark, so we'll actually, I'll just take the opacity down a little bit. This is a colour I don't need on the colour wheel because I can. Oop. There we go, make it darker as we get close inside the mouth a bit more. Like so. And then looking at the design of the markings, ooh, you can see how like on the back of the neck I made it more like a big blob. I'm probably not going to do that. It's probably going to be more stripish like this. So if I use, and this is where like the chaos effect comes into effect. It comes into effect. Hey. We shall do it like this. It's literally going to be boom. And this is where I've got to remember this, because when I come to animate this, this is going to be the thing that annoys me the most. Is making sure when it's turning and all that sort of stuff that the patterns match up. Because it's bad enough on the Megaraptor just with the orange head and the two different stripes on the sides of its. So if I try and make it memorable, like simple and yet memorable. Then again, it's got two down here, 1, 2, like that. I will make a file which has both of them on each side, so you can see the designs. Like when I come to make like the making of PDF document for the Patreons and people who might want to buy it, I'm going to make like this book that catalogs everything, and I'm going to have obviously all the designs from all angles so you can see everything. And then we're going to have one going backwards, so this is where it's going to get a bit more. So we're going to have one going backwards like that. Boom. Then one that's like this. Boom. Then one that's a big one like this. Ba-blam. And then I might even just add the hint of one back here, because then we'll sort that out later. Now I don't really particularly want to add this green underneath. But I don't know, let's just see what it looks like. If I just if I literally just do it like this. And I'll just grab that green, swampy green. Not too bad. Actually, I'll change it to that. That's better. That's much better. And now I'll just take that color and add it to the Megalosaurus colors. Like that. That's the actually the under. So like that. Okay. Looking pretty darn good. I probably need to make the neck bigger. But yeah. See. Nefinart says, how about this for a fun gimmick? The jaws on the Megalosaurus can protrude out like a great white shark when it prepares to bite. I don't know about that, just because I'm thinking of the animation, and plus there's already a gimmick with them, so it's like, how many gimmicks do we need? Not that you knew that. Yes, the acro, the seal marine reptile hybrid does count as one of the 9 species. Big Shark says, but the question is, does it line up with the skull we see in episode 3? Well, let's do it. Shall we line it up? Shall we line up the skull from episode 3? Let's have a look. But this is this is based off an actual Megalosaurus skull. But here we go, look. Let's have a little look-see. Oh, yeah. Check that out. It's basically there. You know, the angle could be slightly different. But that. There you go. It's got all the skin on it. That works in my book. Okay, let's add the nostril, which is just black, so I don't need to add the color for that. Right, now let's do the lines. So we're going to start with this, which is going to be quite difficult. I mean, bear in mind, this is the one that's going to be like really detailed. Not really, but like I'll add some scales and stuff, because this is meant to be the animatronic head. So now this is where we get the other colour. So we're going to go all grey. Actually, should we go... What colour should the... Hey, that's not too bad, is it? Okay, so now we're going to add that colour. If I grab that to the Megalosaurus colours, and we're going to do this and write in lines. going to be messy at the moment, but we'll get there. Okay, let's change. Oop. Nefanar says the animatronic, then the CGI model with the different skull shape. I'm guessing that's a reference to the Jurassic Park T-Rex. You don't know how right you are. Oh, lordy loo. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is merge those, and we're just going to get in here and do all this detail, because look how messy this is. But it shouldn't take too long. I mean, this is what we've been waiting for to do, right? The whole... Oh, no! What am I doing? Oh, bugger. One more thing I forgot to do. On the lines, I'm meant to change where the pattern is. This is what's going to be really annoying. But I can do it on the detailed one, maybe not so much on the fully animated one. So if I grab the lines wherever the red touches, come around like this and go blop, 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 and then change the colour of that. It's going to make all the difference. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Then grab the colour of that, just in case I need it for the lines there. There you go. Oh, and these ones around the eye. Just these ones. We're not going to do the skull shape. There we go. That's much better. Just those subtle details, you know. I've realised that the eye is not level. Oh, what's going on? Why am I not drawing on this layer? Alright, now I am. Weird. There we go. So let's do the mouth. Legendary says, so is the Megaraptor going to fight it? Meg versus Meg, who will win? I bet Meg. I'm not going to say anything. The Megalosaurus, the natural enemy of the Tanastropheus, says gas station boner pills. Well, what's fun is as well is when I've finished this stream, considering that you guys will see what the Megalosaurus is going to look like, I get to paint some. You see how below me there's the Dimetrodon, and sometimes I have the Megaraptor there. We can have the Megalosaurus. I can design a sort of a promotional image like that, and we can finally have some different dinosaurs. I haven't done one for the Tanastropheus yet. I should probably do that as well. Camarasaurus, all that sort of stuff. His clean teeth. Hello, Siaka. Did you ever do one of Cornelius? No, not yet. I will. I will get around to it. Well, if I say that, but right now I'm just concentrating on trying to get as much of the series done as possible. I might just get rid of some of these dark lines just so it looks like they're in the gum a bit more. Let's bung this down like that. Yeah, there we go. It's better. Like, I like them to look angular, like more pointed. Look at that. You wouldn't want to see that coming out of the forest. So now I'm just going to bung this in here. I know it's small, but this is basically going to be my Megalosaurus pad, basically. And I'll save that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is add the scales. So it's going to be a new layer. Because basically what I'm going to do is, for this one, it's going to be a simple, you know, it walks out like this. It goes and then stops, and then I can, you know, have it tilt and stuff, like look down. And then the other one's going to be closer to us, and that's going to walk out and be fully animated, and then do a little roar, like a little, like it's just, it walks out and goes, like it's just sits in, it's in the characters. Actually, it might even be better to have that even. Yeah, it might even be better to have it just a little bit smaller, considering it's meant to be. And there's got to be room for the other one, so. Anywho, let's move that over to this frame. So yeah, that's now going to be too dark. So yeah, we just want it to be just slight. It's just to give that impression of scales. Loving the stripes, says Siaka. Thank you. Nothing else is just so curious. When you were designing the dinosaur, did you make them with gimmicks in mind, or did they come later on? They came with gimmicks. So like the Dimetrodon, I knew I wanted to have an advert on its sail. The Tanastropheus, I knew I wanted to have it blend into the reeds. Obviously, it's been like that for a long time because it's hidden in episode 1. The Megalosaurus has a gimmick that didn't initially have it, obviously, because when I designed this back in 2017 with both these, the ideas for these two, I didn't add the gimmick then, but there's a gimmick on for the Megalosaurus that I was like, well, I have to do that because it's a, well, you'll see. And then the Megaraptor, its gimmick is basically its agility and its intelligence, which has been around since, well, the beginning, so for that character. Sorry if you hear a lot of clicking. Hello, Mikey. Gas station Boner Pill says it just so happens that Turner replaced their voice boxes for automated speakers, so their roar is a jingle for pudding pops. Oh God, was it the Bill Cosby-asaurus? Have a drink, little lady. I can't do his impression. Zippy Zappo, I'm Bill Cosby. Pudding pop. So now I've done a little bit of that, what I'm going to do is just add the bevel and emboss. I'm just going to change the depth. Here we go. I mean, you can kind of see what I mean now. It starts to. Obviously, this takes the longest time because I've got to add all the scales. Just a stupid gimmick I added to the series. I was like, oh, how could I emulate doing animatronics and CGI? And it's like, oh, okay, for some shots of the dinosaurs, they'll be really detailed. Thank you, Mikey. Everyone's saying they like the stripes. That's good to hear. Palo says, kind of reminds me of the old React Attack designs. Yes, that is exactly kind of what I was going for. So I'm glad it gives off that vibe. Actually, I should be more specific. Actually, it's more the Jurassic Park free. What was it called? Canyon T-Rex toy. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I don't have a good picture. Have a good picture of its head. I had this toy for a little while, and then I sold it again. You can't really see it, but the idea is, yeah, it's like inspired by this guy. You know, with that long jaw. Do you guys know how long it's going to take to animate both these dinosaurs chasing people and fighting? Like, things. Oh god, it's going to take so long. But the cool thing is each frame, even though it's going to take ages to do each one, each frame is like an exciting frame from now on. So there's always going to be something happening that's super exciting. Siaka says, are you going to do those scales for every frame? No. No, you weren't here earlier. I explained how, like, in Dino-Defenders, you'll notice there'll be some frames where I'll have a shot of the dinosaur where you see all the scales and stuff, and that's my equivalent of the animatronic dinosaur. And then when it moves to full animation, it's like my CG one. So when we're doing both examples of that in one frame here, so we're starting with the animatronic, you know, the highly detailed, stiff moving animatronic, and then I'll do the CGI one, which is going to be really interesting. So almost done here. It looks like the moon. Yeah, it's all these tiny little asteroids crashing into the skin. Mikey says, asks, does the Megalosaurus only see movement? No, the Megalosaurus will see you instantly and want to eat you. Legendary, speaking of sharks, I was searching for answers by scientists to explain how they survived the KT extinction. They said that sharks survived by being vegetarian. I'm not joking. Did they just eat the, like, algae and stuff that survived? It doesn't surprise me. I bet there were some giant dinosaurs like the Allosaurus or something that would eat plants to, like, help its digestion. And carnivores do it all the time. Okay, so we've done that, and look, from a distance it looks really knobbly, so we want to just tweak it just slightly. There we go. And just want to go around the edges just to make sure it's not going over. Cool. So now what we're going to do is do the shading. I might take that off for this. We also have to bear in mind that it's morning time, so I'm going to have to change the lighting. Whoa, jeez Louise. So what we're going to do is going to duplicate the layer, and then we're going to change the color like this, and then we're going to grab the rubber and basically Mikey's asking, JP the Lost World, didn't the carnivores survive because they ate the herbivores who ate the lysine? So would that make sense to gather nutrients by digestion? Mm-hmm. Cretaceous Silence said, is that a Megalosaurus? Yes it is. Yes it is. Right, I might just add a bit of glow to the eye. Ooh, what do we think about that? What if the pupil for this guy was like glowing like that? That's kind of creepy. What do we think? Do we think no pupil? Like this? Or do we think pupil with the... like that? Because then we can have shots where it doesn't look like it's got a pupil. No pupil, says E-Picking. So we've got a vote for no pupil and a vote for pupil. Okay, so I'm going to meet halfway. We're going to have this. We're going to have this very, very, very subtle. Oh my god. Let go. Grab it on. We're going to have this very, very subtle pupil, which if I just grab that colour of the inside and then add it to the colour, inside, oh no, actually not inside, I'll just put it as pupil. There you go. So it's got a pupil. That just helps where it's like looking, but it's really subtle. Okay, now let's add the lighting. The other lighting. And then mid-tone. There you go, look at that. So it'll come walking out like, look at that beast. Look at that beast. Now I'm going to move this one over into here as well, so we have the alternative. Okay, just thinking. Oh. That's what I need to do. Oh no, actually no, I'll do that another time. Because we've got work to do. Right, so let's move on to the mail. Hello Matt. These are fine looking Megalosauruses. But before I do the mail, I need to open up a walk cycle of the Megaraptor, which is like a basic theropod walk cycle. We've got this one here. So we've basically got the it's going to be like, so it goes up and down, head back, and then down. Okay. I've got it in my head like what I want to do with the animation. But first we need to design it, obviously. So let's do the mail. And are you ready for this? Boom. That's right. A frickin' blade on its head. Yeah. Get that frickin' blade-headed Megalosaurus into this edit. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. You don't want to mess with this guy. He's the big bad. So we're just going to work out the size. Where he's going to end up here. So that's going to be the last frame. Kind of like that. Matt says knife head. Yes, very inspired by knife head, which was inspired by this I forget the name of the blade-headed shark thing from what's his face? Gamera. So, well, basically I need to work out the angle, the final. So basically when I do the animations I like to work it out into like 3 steps. So I'll start with the final one, which he's going to be basically in this pose anyway, but slightly, and I need the female for reference, like this. So this is going to be where the final frame is. Nefinart says, dude, I've got to draw that. Well, enjoy. You know how long I've been sitting on this bloody knife head, like. So I want his head to be coming down like that. Who was it who said the different skull shape for the male as the joke. Well, you weren't wrong. This one's got a friggin' blade on its head. I just need to look up a Megalosaurus skeleton, actually. Okay, it's got 3 fingers. It's basically like a standard theropod. So yeah, I'll be basically working backwards through the frames. You know what? I want to tuck its arms up a bit more. I do like that hand though, so I'm going to try and preserve that hand. Gas station Bonapill says that's metal. Mm-hmm. Nefinart says, I want my Rex to have the correct skull shape. No, you get a bloody knife on its head. Yeah, that's better. It needs to be tucked, like, maybe even. And yeah, I haven't got the pronated wrists. It's got the old school. Actually, screw that. In my series, it's not that they have pronated wrists, it's that they can actually do this with their hands. They're not permanently like this. They can do this. And now I actually want to bend the body up. So it's just working out the angles of the last shot, and then I can reverse it. And then, yeah, you'll still see bits of the female over it, but yeah. Okay, so we've got the final shot here. Now, basically I'm going to use the same colours as I did the other one, except this one, instead of the red, is going to have the green, essentially. So we're going to add, it's basically the same, but we're going to have this green, and then darker green for the rest of it, and then a blue underbelly, so we want this blue for the underbelly, so or maybe a little bit lighter. Okay, so we're basically going to colour in this now. But it's gonna, instead of doing all the detail, we're gonna be doing it like we did the first round. We're gonna get it to look a little bit like this one here. So, because it's gonna be animated. Obviously I haven't coloured in the blade, so don't know what colour that's going to be. Oh, now I need to remember. You know what, I'll just grab that colour from there. I think it's, yeah, that bottom one. If I make that blob bigger on here, I'll remember. So let's get cracking. Gas station, is it a horn or is it like a big keratin deposit? It's a it's like bone. Well, I don't know actually. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's just a big blade. If it was bone attached to a skull, it could probably really damage the dinosaur if it like stabbed into things, and it is going to stab into things. So how about we say it's an actual blade? I'm joking. Oh, dear me. I just love the idea for people who don't watch the live streams, you know, when they watch this for the first time, there's going to be that moment when these two come walking out of the forest and you've got the female one that looks like, you know, a dinosaur. And then this thing walks out, and you're like, what the hell is that? It's like, oh god, it's the Megalosauruses. Plus, you know, they've just got to be cool. You want these things to be cool. Like, if Dino-Defenders ever really gets massive one day, like, who wouldn't want an action figure of this guy? I have to get the claw colours. What did I do for the original one? They were just black. Do I want black claws for these guys? Maybe. I think I do black for the... Oh no, wait, no I don't. I've got the claw colours here from the Megaraptor one. I'll just do that. Big Chuck says, gotta say these are already a favourite of mine. I've been looking forward to doing these two for a long time. And I was thinking, you know, my big theropod antagonists of Dino-Defenders, I was like, well, I want two of them, because obviously two is better than one. And, you know, that's like the T-Rex is in the Lost World, or the Carnotaurus is in Disney's Dinosaur. You know, you have two, they, you know, become a nice duo. But the thing about the T-Rexes and the Carnotauruses in Jurassic Park and Disney's Dinosaur is, you know, aside from some design tweaks, they're relatively the same. Whereas I was like, I want these two to be like distinguishable, very distinguishable. So like, you look at the female and you're like, okay, that's the female, and then the male, you're like, whoa, that's the male one. And the idea being that, so you got to think like how much prehistoric life we have not discovered. So what if they cloned a Megalosaurus? Like, what if all the Megalosaurus fossils we found are female, right? But the males like have this insanely stupidly big horn on their head, and I guess they probably found male Megalosauruses, but the idea is that like they would fight using these horns, And I could have used like Ceratosaurus or something, but I was like, no, I want to use a dinosaur that doesn't have that, and the name is cool. And Megalosaurus plus Ceratosaurus we've seen in Dino Media before, so. So it's like an undiscovered trait of this creature. Rediscovered. Through the miracle of cloning. Or they genetically engineered it to have this huge weapon on the front of his face. Those are the options. Gary says, I really don't like the head ornament idea at all. Do you prefer the genetically engineered storyline? Gas station says maybe it's a tumor. It's not a tumor. For some reason I just had a real bad deja vu then. Matt says, I'm still processing this. I thought it was a joke. No. It's legit. This is what's happening. There is a dinosaur with a giant blade on its head in this series. Get used to it, because it's frickin' awesome and it's here to stay. And you will love it. Thank you for the $2 tip again, Big Shark. My God, thank you. You're too kind, sir. Your donations are extremely appreciated. It will have to favourite sides when it's eating, says Gas Station. Yeah, it's not built for this big old horn right on the front of his head. Okay, so... Oh, no, I need to see the arms. Okay, okay, here's the claws. And I think if actually I grab that... Oh no, yeah, maybe. That I can add, yeah, these little details I give them during the animations. And then we'll do the stripes. Now the stripes on this guy are going to be different to the female. But with that big blade in the middle of its head, it's going to be quite a bit more of a challenge to come up with the design for that. So yeah, the male is purple, but I've decided to colour it the same as the female, but instead of red stripes, it's got green. Oh wait, I haven't added the under skin, which is literally just going to be like that. There we go. And then, okay, so we will want to do maybe if it's just got spikes like that, yeah. It's gonna be the funkiest looking things. It'd be kind of cool if it just had the stripes on its back. Maybe one there. No, that messes up. That messes up the look of the head. Or it could have maybe one here. Let's try that. No. Maybe it just, maybe less is more. Maybe that is what it should look like. What do you guys think? Or should the blade... Oh, Jesus Christ. Or should the blade be like this? Giant green blade on the front of his head. Nah, it's got to be grey. Maybe around the eye. Maybe just like a circle rather than anything else. You know what? No, maybe the blue around the eye. Ooh. That's it. That's it. Oh, put stripes on the horn. Let's have a look. What does that look like? If I do like weird shapes. Nah, I like the horn being grey because it's just sort of like, it's just kind of nice. Okay, so now we're gonna do the colours. Colour in the lines, and then what's good is because I've got the colours already, animating this thing should hopefully be easier. So we just do that, and then no, I don't want to do that. Grab the gums. Teeth should be this colour. but well, we can do that. Right, now let's grab all of this. Go back down the teeth. We will have to neaten this up, obviously. And we won't be doing this with every single animation frame, I can tell you that. And then we just need to get the colour right. What was the colour? Okay. So like this. That was dark, wasn't it? And then do the green around here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we get the green and make that super. Like so. Right. Might just move him over into here. Cool. Look at these two beasts. Look at these two beasts. Look at these two. Oh, I love them both. My babies. I'm so excited for these two to be animated. So much fun to be had with these two. They also look like street sharks, if you ever used to watch that show. That's what it reminds me of. Color raw. Save this. Hell yeah. Okay, so now we're going to just neaten this up, and then we'll move on to the next frame for this guy, which we'll use some manipulation. Have you considered adding a tail-dragging theropod Arsiaka? I have actually considered that, but I'm not doing that. The closest you'll get to that is the statue of the T-Rex in Rose's quarters in episode 1. Will the male be bigger or the female? I think female Rexes are bigger. They're about the same size. Just in this shot, obviously the male's closer to the camera, so. But don't ask me about specific sizes. This isn't like... Don't Spino the King this. And go nuts over like specific sizes. They're big, and they'll fluctuate in size depending on the shots I do. So, because well, it's got to be whatever looks coolest. Now the thing that's going to get me here is what I'm having to, the colour. That's my problem. Is I have to match this colour-wise to the background. So I'm just going to test out. Because in post on each frame of this guy, I can add a shadow from a distance. But if I can take each frame and add like that, and then... Oh, actually, I could do it here, can't I? Yeah, so I can add that gradient overlay to every frame that we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to call this frame, just for the sake of it, 50. I probably should save this actually. And I've just realised that the horn is a little bit misshapen. Just needs to be neatened up a bit. There we go. So yeah, because there's juvenile DDX and Megalosaurus 80 meters. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate that layer. And we'll call it 49. And what we're going to do is tweak the head first. Oh, actually, no. Wait, I'm going about this all the wrong way, actually. What I need to do, duplicate layer, is do number 1, and then do the middle, and then work out where we're going. So this will be number 1. Which we will actually remove the body, and we will make the head. Oh, I didn't do the pupil. There we go. Okay, number 1. So what I like to do here is take the jaw. What's going on? Why did it zoom down? Delete, and then put it as a layer underneath. Match it back up. There we go. It's actually going to come out like this. So obviously I can start number 1 like here, or like here, and then switch to the animation. So if I actually tweak this a little bit, and then just add the green like that. So here you go, you can see how I'm gonna go from here to there, and it might not take 50 frames. I'm just using that as an arbitrary number. But now what we can do, we've got the colours, we've got the starting point, we need to add the pupil into frame 1. Okay, now duplicate that. Oh no, actually, duplicate 50 again. Just the head. Should probably just save those 2 layers I just did. Okay, merge those. And this is where you get to see the insanely long process. Okay, that's starting to look good. I'll get rid of 1. Oh, actually. Do that and move that over into here. We actually have both layers like that. Okay, and then I can go back. There we go. You can start to see how we're going to get to the next layer. Gas station boner pill says now Rose has to come up with a samurai sword to do battle with this beast. Gary asks, any hints to what the Megalosaurus will sound like, Jack? Big. I'm hoping to make it sound big, but I haven't actually got any sounds just yet. Gas station red boner pills asks, drawing that one straight on will be a challenge. Well, challenge accepted. Let me show you. I can actually show you this because you've seen them both now. So I have a page in here where I was designing, you know, I was mucking around. So here's a rough sketch from 2017. Here's, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that actually. Maybe if I turn my brightness down. What the hell's going on with my brightness? Ooh, there you go. Let's try this. Can you see that now? Oh. There's like a drawing of the Megalosaurus. There's still the early nostril design, as I was saying here, but obviously without seeing spoilers on that page. There you go. This was like a rough sketch I was doing, and I was trying to, oh my god, this angle. Where's the camera? I was trying to get the angle, but I've done it basically, so hopefully you can see it. I've done it already. Okay, so I just remembered something. I'm gonna have to do it now. No, you know what? And then have to tweak this on the next one. This is like really important that I actually add this, so almost bloomin' forgot it. I'm not going to go back and re-edit blood onto every frame. This sort of stuff happens. With some motion blur, that will hide a lot of this stuff. So now if I add that again to here, there we go. Oh, you've already sketched it and is on the server, says Nefina. Oh my word, on the Discord. Alright, 1 second, I'll have a look. Let me just make sure this lines up. There you go, we got the blood. And then if I paste it again, I can add it to 50. So, which really I only need this here, which I can add to here. Might even make it even bigger. And then copy this for the top portion. Like so. And then just colour in the teeth to basically I probably will do a tongue afterwards, but yeah, so here we go. Alright, so one done. Get rid of those. Two. I need to grab these two again. Move them over this side. Oh, actually, no, I need one there. So the head is going. Yep, that's looking good. This one free. I'll just fix this jawline and then I'm going to go have a look at this fan art of Knife Head, or Knife Head. Oh my god, Blade. I called him Blade Head as a joke. But there'll probably be some sort of nickname come out for this guy. Right, let me load up the server. Derek says there's a Discord for Dino-Defenders. There's a Discord link, should be in the description below. It's for my channel, and there is a chat thread for Dino-Defenders. Wedge says, I've been looking forward to this. Oh, nice. Look at that. You've done a sketch already. Oh my god, there's so many print screens. Bladekin. You've already got a nickname for it. Neffin, I'll show your artwork on the stream. He just did this. Look at that, look. He did a sketch instantly. Look at that. Love it. Thank you, Neffin. Right, so we've got 3, 2. So let's get the. I'm not going to do the blood exactly the same each frame because this is going to take too blooming long. But what I can do is do that and then bloop 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 bloop. Do the old green stripe. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then these two again. So this is this is the process. I'll call this one 4. And we might be doing up to like, I reckon it'll be about 30 when we're done. So top jaw. Usually I do actually like draw each individual frame. I don't even want to show an example, but like for the Megaraptor versus Kentrosaurus fight, like almost every single frame was hand drawn from scratch, whereas when it's like a profile view like this and the dinosaur's roaring, I can do this. But yeah, but when we come to drawing more of the like when they're actually fighting and going into the base and whatnot. See, like I messed up there. The jaw hasn't opened more. Let's try this. Yeah, that's better. But the head needs to move forwards a little bit more. There we go. So then, Maggie says, hi, how are you doing, Jack? I'm so glad the stream is today because tomorrow I'll be at a party. I said last week and now I'm fair because I overlooked the notification. Harrison says, I sense a lot of death. Hello, Jurassic Room. He says, when did Knifehead from Pacific Rim come into DDX? When I thought I want to make a homage to him. Oh, baby's woken up. We need to also think about stretching the neck out more. And then using the power of this. Wait, which? That's this one, isn't it? And these two. Okay. Oh no, I lost the colour. Or was it red? It was just blood red, wasn't it? Was it this? Yep. Don't lose the colour, Jack. Actually, if I use that for the thing and then red. Add a little bit of green here as well. Okay, 4 done. And then we want, you know what, I'm going to close this now. I want those two again. It might be actually that 50 I make the jaw wider. Because it kind of looks like that might be the next frame, which is basically the head that we've got on 50. on layer 50, should I say. Hello Jurassic Collectibles, welcome. You said you might turn up. Okay. So this is 5. Where was the neck on 4? It was there, so... What we need to do is make it so it matches with there. Yep. Looking at the horn, says Derek, it reminds me of the horned Tyrannosaurus from Primal. When I saw Primal and I saw that blue and horn, I was like, oh no. They've taken my idea. But it's not as cool as this. So. Oh dear. The arrogance. Oh, sorry about the sniffles. Bye Gary, hope you're okay. Hope you had fun. I've seen enough hell for one day. You really don't like these designs. Well, get used to them because they're here to stay. Henry Lewis says, are you going to have hybrids in Dino-Defenders? There's already one. There's one hybrid in the series already. Now you see that the neck on 5 should be more stretching out. Yep. And then we can do this. The blood. And then do the stripes. Okay, let's test that. How good does that look? Getting better. Jack Hart says, do the dinos have big talons? I don't understand a word you just said. Right, what do we want now? I think that's good. Just going to click save so I don't lose this. And now we're going to grab this again. Okay, it's actually the right angle, I think. Yep, and the mouth is actually going to be open a little bit more. Actually, if I match it up to here. Okay, and then these. See. Ah, see, look, he kind of drops down a bit. I don't want to do that just yet. Maybe tilt it just a little bit more. Bring it here, and then the bottom jaw. Maybe there. Yeah, that's better. Right now, of 50. Let's get rid of the female one. Call this one 6. Jurassic Collectible says, I'm trying to picture how these things eat. They have their own skewers for dino kebab. Well, the female doesn't have it. I've got the female is right here. If I remove that. So the female looks like this. But this male has this huge blade on his head. Genetically engineered monstrosity. Yeah, you've got the male and the female. How they eat, very awkwardly. But they cut their food like this. They've got good tableside manners. Table manners. Reminds me of Knifehead in Pacific Rim. Exactly. That was the angle I was going for. Bladekin is pretty badass. This Big Shark. He's given the nickname for this character, Bladekin.
It's Rexy. Bladey.
Gotta have an E inflection on the end to make it cute. Isn't that what we do now? Perfect, and then so you can already see that, like, frame 50, the last frame, the mouth is gonna close, but I could probably open it more if I needed to. But we'll see how we go. We'll see what happens. There might be a fact that, like, in this frame it roars and then starts to close its mouth as I cut away to whatever's going to happen next. Plus I haven't done the tongue, which is going to be its own thing behind this character. It'll be a simple, like, I'll just take the pink brush and in each frame that I need it, I'll draw it behind it, so. Gas station boner pill says tumor head. It's not a tumor. Okay, the lines, there we go, so we can need to neaten up these lines a bit. Okay, let's test that. How does that look? Rah. Yep. So 5. Let's bring that back up. 4, 3. Yep. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring those two back over again. Maybe what I should do is, you know what, add the bloomin' blood onto this so I don't have to do that each time. it might change a couple of frames, but merge these layers and I can split them again. It has 3 tongues. Jurassic Collectible says the head of the male reminds me of the Rex from the inside cover of the Lost World minus the knife. Yeah, I can see what you mean. You didn't see, I did put on the stream what this thing was inspired by. Maybe, you know what, I'll bung those images in here so people can actually see. Let me go to my history. It was inspired by several things. This, the Jurassic Park 3 Canyon T-Rex, more the bottom jaw of this guy. The way they always had like kind of a jutting out jaw. What else? Where have we got it in the history? Here we go. The Allosaurus from The Land That Time Forgot. Just in terms of there's 2 of them, much like the 2 T-Rexes in The Lost World or the 2 Carnotauruses in Disney's Dinosaur. But also like the way these guys, they're, I don't know, the skull shape with the jaw that goes a lot behind the eye a lot. And then this is the biggest one, the biggest inspiration, is the Plesiosaurus from The Land That Time Forgot from 1975. This head here with the eye, the ridged eye, and then the mouth again going behind the head there. So those 3 combined, I came up with this idea, and then I added the knife on the male when I was watching Pacific Rim, and I was like, should add a knife on it. Manage these layers. I'm just going to put it as inspiration. There you go. I'll save that so in future live streams I have those images at hand. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's cut this out. Oh, cut this off again, the jaw. Now let's move those back over into here. And so we have the blood versions. Okay, so now we can actually use this. So let's don't want to squash it. Let's see what that looks like compared to the other one. Perfect. Right, move that here. You know, what I'm animating right now is basically what I was really looking forward to animating all the way back in 2017 when I was designing the Megalosaurus for the first time on live stream, when I did those early concepts for it. And I was sitting there thinking, oh, I can't wait until I'm working on Dino-Defenders and I can live stream painting the animation of the Megalosaurus. I nearly said Megaraptor then. I'm going to move his pupil down a little bit as well. There we go. That very subtle pupil that's just there. And here we are, you know, all this time later. And we're finally animating it. Hello, Jurassic James. Hello, Henry. He said, this is a random question, but what do you think of the title Primeval Beast? Yeah, I like it. I mean, if it's for a lewd movie, it might be a bit sus. Primeval Beast. No, it's a cool title. To the point is what I'd say. How are things going? Good, good. A little bit under the weather. Got a bit of the sniffles. Not vid. I've been tested. I'm negative. But aside from that, good. Very, 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 very worked. Overworked, but in a good way. Lots going on, and that's not including the baby, which gives me a run for my money. Raw, I'm a dinosaur, raw. Henry Lewis says it's the title for a book I'm writing about mercenaries going to an island to find a scientist who's created dinosaurs roaming the island. Nice. And let me guess, the dinosaurs are all super friendly. And they all get on. Okay, so carry on. What are we going to do now? Get another head. That's what we need. What are you doing, Jack? Stop faffing around and popping. And get another head in there. Alright. Now this one's actually going to be lower, but kind of on the same plane. Oh god, not like that. I don't want its jaw to open up too wide. So for those of you who regularly come to the live streams, is it strange to see this frame coming to life? Because I know you guys were here for when I did the background for this frame. All those months, year, however long ago it was. Yeah, actually, you know what, that looks pretty good. So, like, little did you know when you were watching me paint that stream that you were going to get this blade-headed Megalosaurus in the frame. Okay, this also might be the one where I start to get the hands come in. So we'll work on that. It's funny because when I save every single layer as a PNG and then I put it into the edit, I can actually see when I play it back, it will move and I can see where there might be tweaks and stuff. So Mikey says it's great to see it all come together. I wasn't expecting Blade King though. Blade King. Now bear in mind, like, some frames of this where there's going to be lots of animation, you know, we're working on a few. This is like nothing. These frames I'm doing, there's probably, like I said, there's probably going to be up to 30, and we're up to what, 8? There's some frames coming up where like I'm going to be doing hundreds of frames. Like the Kentrosaurus Megaraptor fight is a 20-second long fight, and that was like 100 and something frames long. Oh no, there we go. So expect to be in it for the long run. It's gonna take a while. Right, now this actually what I might do a bit of a trick. I grab hands here. Yeah, all I really want is the subtle hint. Just realizing something. So the body's gonna have to start to come down. You know what, I can actually, for the next one, just go for this one. And then call that number 9. I might actually open the jaw just a little bit more. if you guys can hear the baby, but she's talking in her sleep, or talking, and she's meant to be sleeping. I can hear her going. I'll be on baby duty when this stream's finished. I'm going to kind of keep the head in a sort of similar position. Derek says, I wish I could watch you animate these amazing Megalosauruses some more, but I've got to go. See you next stream, Jack. Yeah, no worries, Derek. Thanks for coming by. Okay, I'm going to move 50. Right, so now we get into the animation. The real animation. Wait, why is that a different colour then? You know what, maybe I'll put that there for the other lines. Harrison asks, so where is the island located? It's not an island. It's on mainland South America. In an undisclosed location. Classic James says, hope the rest of the stream goes well, Jack. I can't stay, unfortunately, been a long day. No worries, man. Thanks for popping by. So now, if we grab lines like that. Okay, so now if we merge those, should okay, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a bit of a jump between 6 and 7, 8, 9. Yes, going well, going well. Mikey says, watching episode 1 again, the Petri dish didn't look like a separate landmass, just really out of the way. And they do address the fact that the dinosaurs are, you know, on the mainland in episode 4. It does get addressed. So this hand is basically this one. And we're going to start to see the other one come round. So get rid of that. Get rid of that. Well, you can't even see the other one coming around because the tree's in the way, but you get the idea. I'm debating actually whether I should add a foot as well into this layer. There's something different about the dinosaurs being on the mainland, though, in Dino-Defenders, which is addressed as well to make it stand out from all the others that have dealt with dinosaurs on the mainland. I've got that covered, don't worry. See you later, Mikey. Thanks for coming by. Now you see this one looks like he just sort of drops down a bit. So what I actually want to do is just grab that and then move that up like that, move that subtly down like that, connect the joins. Yeah, it looks like the body's coming forward a little bit more. There's something wrong here. What am I looking at? Nine isn't lower than 8 when it should be. That's better. Cool. Got it. Now just make sure 9 isn't missing anything. No. Not gonna lie, Jurassic Room says that I think of Godzilla vs. Knifehead or any other Pacific Rim kaijus would be badass. Wait, what did you say? Not gonna lie. Now that I think of it, Godzilla vs. Knifehead or any other Pacific Rim kaiju would be badass. Yes. Although Godzilla would annihilate them. Okay, so now what we're going to do is get these two again. We're going to start to bring it down a little bit. Bring it up. That's what I should do. Bring that up. Thing is, I want it to be like not just a bark, like it doesn't come out like that. I want it to come out like doing a substantial roar, so I can tweak it as I go. You know, add more frames in. Magi, I won't be streaming for much longer. Mainly because I'm probably gonna go help my wife with the baby. She's being a pain. I say she's being a pain. Poor girl is, you know, not feeling too good. She's being a pain to herself, really. She likes playing games when she wakes up. So, like this, and we'll bring that round. Wait, where's the 50? Gotta get yourself some tea. Yeah, I have finished my tea, so I do. That is a true fact. You go, start to get the other claws. Coming through like so. Right, let's get this coloured. Bear in mind, I haven't added all the gradient overlay to each one, as I've said, like, because I've got to add the orange light from the sun to match the scenery. Got to be lit correctly. There's also going to be these stripes to like determine like the look of the body moving. If the stripes don't move correctly, it's going to look weird. Here you go. So, oh, didn't do one thing, but the movements are looking good. Need to add the scutes or whatever they're called, those things on their fingers that people usually draw, which I've drawn. And then the claws. Yeah, it's just this colour, isn't it? Tarsal scoots. Thank you, Siaka. There you go. So I'm trying to get the idea that the legs are moving behind the trees. So like when it moves like this. So right now, the aim of the rest of the animation is the jaw will shut. The hands will move out and go down, and the neck will actually drop like that. So the neck's going to drop because the legs come forward, and I'm thinking of maybe even animating a foot coming out and landing on the ground. So you can give that sense of weight and all that sort of stuff. See you later, Harrison. Thank you for popping by. I'll probably do one more and then I'm probably going to call it quits for tonight. So Big Shark says I'm going to try my best to make a custom of this one. Nice. Have you ever bought this stuff called green stuff? It's like this, I don't know how to describe it. I've got some down here, but I can't get it out. It's called green stuff, and it's like bright, luminous green and blue plasticine that are in like two strips stuck together. And then if you pull a bit off and then mix it together loads, it creates this like green blob. And then if you form it into whatever form you want, stick it to whatever you want, and then leave it, in a few days it will harden and become like plastic. So if you wanted to like add a horn to something or something like that, that's how you could do it. Let's add lines. Ooh, gonna sneeze. Oh, bless me. Oh dear. Excuse me, I need some tissue. Oh dear. I'll be right back. 1 second. Oh, where are we looking? But I'm sorted now. Right, so let's just get this finished and then I'm going to end the stream. I was getting confused then actually. I was like, what is going on? Why am I drawing it so erratic? There we go. And then we just need to get the black lines. Like so. Right, and now we get the layer. Get that gunk out your system. Yeah, I did. Okay, and then boom. We just need to add the colours. Like so. Okay, so start to get that. Well, I know it's on 11. Probably needs a bit of subtle bit of green, like that, to bring over the colours. And I think number 50, which is what I was using as the basis. We're getting there. So anyway, guys, let's get this guy like this. Look at that. Look at the colours. So that's what we've done so far. Let's get the animation underway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Get the body starting to come through. Get him retreating back into the forest. There we go. Anyway, guys, that's all I'm going to be able to do for tonight, because I'm going to go sort a little baby out, make sure she's okay and nice and safe. And yeah, so I don't know if I'll be working on this. I don't know if I'm actually streaming next week, but because I'm away. No, I think we're back. We are back, so I should stream next week. I can't say though if I'll be working on this frame, because this might be done by the time. Might be by the time we get to next Friday, or it might be, I don't know, but if not, we're still going to be working on a frame from this whole section, so we will be dealing with these two Megalosauruses within the next few frames. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's stream. Thank you, Big Shark, for the tips. Thank you everyone for turning up. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the Megalosauruses being animated for the first time. I'm very, very happy that we're dealing with these two. But yeah, I will catch you guys next week, so see you later. Bye!